All right, guys, for today's movement challenge, we're going to be doing, starting off with some toe touches. All we're going to do is straighten out that leg, reach forward, come down, grab the ball of your foot or your toes, back down, opposite side. We're keeping on the same side. And we're going to get that for 20 repetitions. Try to feel that stretch through the hamstring. Try to separate the distance between your heel and your butt cheek as much as you can. I'm not really counting. I'm going to have you guys count on your own. We're going to switch over to crisscrossing across your body after this one. And so now we're going to go same hand to opposite toe, switching sides of your bodies. Here, feel that stretch in that hamstring. Get a nice stretch. Try to challenge that in range as much as you can with each toe touch. And once again, I'm not really counting. I'm going to have you guys count 20 reps on your own. I'm kind of just going until I feel it. After this, we're going to move on to Atlas lunges. So you're going to take a step backwards here. With the same side of the legs is back, you're going to reach back and behind as far as you can. We're going to switch to the opposite side. Back and behind as far as you can. Back, behind as far as you can. Good. Back, behind as far as you can. And once again, we're going to get this for 20 repetitions or 10 on each leg. Really try to stretch out that oblique, stretch out that hip flexor, stretch out that psoas. Okay, next one we're going to do, quad stretch. Oops. We're going to be here, try to separate the distance between your toes and your fingertips as much as we can, pulling those 2 points apart as far as we can. We're going to get 20 repetitions. Once here again. And try to push that knee backwards away from the hip. Try to separate the fingertips from those toes as far as we can. If you're finding you're having a hard time with balance, just try to focus on a single spot. Focus on the sensation through your feet. Concentrate on even weight distribution through that foot. And once again, I'm going to have you get 20 repetitions there. Next, we're going to go into a side lunge position here. I'm just going to have you slide across, toe up to the sky, slide across, toe up to the sky, slide across, and slide across. And once again, just getting that 20 times, just back and forth. I'm not really worried about counting right now as much as I am worried about making sure your position's okay. Make sure that knee's just slightly outside that ankle. Try to get to a vertical shin position here. This leg stays nice and straight. Try to bring your chest up. Tailbone comes low. Think you're trying to pull your hips through that pocket here. Okay? And next one I'm going to have you do, we're going to start off with your hands behind your back. We're trying to open up that chest as far as we can, applying pressure to our lower back, separating those collarbones as much as we can. We're going to pull across here, bring those feet together. We're going to go hands above the head, reach over to the side as far as you can into a C shape here. Try to keep everything in a straight line, back forward. Hands are going to go back behind, open up that chest, hands above your head, and lean back as far as you can. Looking behind you. Hands are going to go back behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Open up that chest. Hands go above the head. Lean over to the side. Once again, opposite side as far as you can. You're going to perform that 10 times. We're not going to go through all 10 of them, otherwise the video is going to be too long. For the movement pattern, what I'm going to have you do, I'll show you from this angle here. I'm going to have you squat down here. I'm going to pull into prayer position, chest as high as you can, hips through, knees out. I'm using my elbows as leverage. My hands line up with my sternum. In that prayer position, I'm trying to flatten out my back as much as I can. From there, we're going to push, keeping this elbow pinned here. Show you from this angle. We're going to push out 5 times here. Pushing that knee out as far as we can, keeping that ankle as close to being flat on the ground as you can. And we're going to go 5 times, and we're going to pin this elbow on the inside of this knee and push this side out. It's okay if you twist over the side just a little bit. Try to lengthen that arm as far as you can. Once we get 5 on each side, grab on that same side ankle, Elbow stays on the inside of that knee, and we're going to reach up to the sky and switch. Reach up to the sky and switch. Up to the sky, switch. Up to the sky and switch. You're going to get that 10 times. Try staying in this down position throughout the entire motion. If you have to come up for air, that's okay. I'm okay with it. But just try to hang out down here. You should be spending some quality time down at the bottom of your squat. From there, from that position, you're going to walk forward. You're going to lower yourself down slowly through a push-up position. We're going to keep one hand fixed on the ground. And we're going to go over the top. Oops. We're going to go extend out the opposite arm. We're going to go over the top here, stretching out that chest, stretching out that bicep, stretching out that shoulder, and stretching out that hip flexor. Then we're going to switch hands. This arm elongates. Keep that shoulder blade retracted, down and back. Try to point that knee up to the sky. You'll stretch all through this tissue here, as well as to that hip flexor here. We're going to get 5 on each side, so a total of 10 repetitions there. And then we're going to go up to a jackknife position. Let those toes sink down to the ground. We're going to elevate those toes as high as we can and drop it back down. We're going to go 10 times, and at the end of which, you're going to drop back down into your prayer position here. Push out 5 times, push out 5 times, reach up 10 times, alternating. Walk it back forward, down slow. 10 times, oops, excuse me, 10 times. Here, back and forth, stretching out that chest, stretching out that hip flexor. And then back up to jackknife position, toes down, raise up 10 times there again, and back to our prayer position. You're going to continue that for a total of 5 rounds. Okay? Next one we're going to do from a crawl position. We're going to be here. Knees are going to be 2 to 3 inches off the ground. Chest is out, abs are tight, natural arch to my back. I'm going to bring one knee to my chest. I'm going to extend it out. One knee to my chest. I'm going to extend it out. One knee to my chest, flexing that heel. Try to push that heel away from your hips as far as you can, and then release back in. Knee comes as close into my chest as I possibly can. We're going to get 10 times. I'm going to have you do 10 times on the opposite leg. Once again, keeping that knee 2 to 3 inches off the ground. At the end of which, we're going to do fire hydrants. As high as you can. Once again, I'm keeping this knee 2 to 3 inches up off the ground. Then we go to the opposite side. Knee 2 to 3 inches off the ground. We're going to perform that 10 times on each leg. From there, what I'm going to have you do for the duck walk is just going to be, we're going to drop to the bottom of our squat. Here, we're not really going to walk anywhere, just that way I can stay on video. And all I'm going to do, if you have to put one hand out, and extend one leg out, release it back into to our squat position. Extend one leg out to a side lunge position, then we're going to bring it back in to our squat position. Try to bounce as little as possible. There will be a little bit of bounce to be able to get that leg in. If you have to stand up a little bit higher to get that leg out, that's fine. But we're just going to walk it out, walk it back in. Slide it out, slide it back in. Slide it out. I'm trying to fight to keep my chest up as high as I can throughout each position. And back on in. I'm going to have you guys do that 20 times. Okay? All we have left for the movement challenge, hopefully you guys have a pull-up bar or something you can hang off of at your house or wherever you're doing your workouts now. This is where I do my pull-ups. Hopefully I'm still in camera here. And we're going to do a 30-second hang. Here, my body stays nice and tight, abs are tight, everything's pressed to my midline. I'm actively pressing my feet together. I'm actively pressing my knees together. I'm pointing my toes down to the ground. I'm going to hold that for 30 seconds. From there, we're going to bring those toes up as high as you can, and then lower them down slowly. Up as high as you can, lower them down slowly. We're going to get 5 repetitions there, and we're going to end up with our straight arm pulls. Here and down. Try to get up as high as you can before we have to bend those elbows. Okay? And that is going to be your movement challenge for the day.